outer rocker here with a weld-through primer. And hopefully that will be good enough to prevent rust. I guess we'll see. Hey guys, welcome back. This evening, I think we're gonna mock up the pillar to the kick panel again. I realized that we need to get the outer rocker, get it kind of cleaned out, and treat the inside of it, and as well as paint some of that weld-through primer on it as well, because I think I'm going to make sure all my holes are ready for spot welds on the A-pillar or a doorpost and the outer rocker. That way, once we get the door back on it and it tech screwed in, the outer and A-pillar, and get the door back on it and it fits like it did before, it's not going to come back off again. So I think tonight we're really going to do maybe a little bit more prepping, and I think we might, I don't know if we'll get to weld or not. I really like to, but we'll at least hopefully get everything back to how it was. That way we know everything where it needs to be. Is the way I'm thinking about approaching this. So I think one more night of a little bit of painting, and then putting everything back together and getting it back on the Bronco. And then next time, let's take the door off, the hinges off, and we'll start just hitting the spot welds. I think I'm gonna do some seam welding too on the A-pillar. Outer rocker, mainly just spot weld it, but I do need to find my flange tool. We'll get that going. We'll pop some holes in the bottom of the outer rocker, and we also need to trim the bottom of the kick panel. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of lower than the rest of it. Right through here. Kind of trim this back a little bit so the outer rocker will fit up underneath it. And two, we still have a little bit of welding we need to take care of down here. So between the painting, prepping, welding, and trimming, I think that may be all we get to do tonight. But I do want to, let me get the A-pillar. I do want to put some tape on the spots that are going to need the weld-through primer, and then just coat the other inside parts with some more paint to get it to where it's really kind of, hopefully rust preventative. I don't know, for rust won't show up anymore. That's my big issue. So we'll do that as well. So it looks like we got a lot more painting to do tonight. Probably gonna keep you here for the time being. We'll put our paint right here on the floor. I think I'm gonna start off by masking off the A-pillar parts, getting those painted. Then we'll get the outer rocker, get it cleaned out, get it painted. We're gonna mask the spots that needs the weld-through primer, and we'll put that on after we paint what we need to. Kind of wish I'd done that with this, because I don't use as much weld-through primer, and stuff's more expensive than the regular paint. So before I forget, this weekend we rented I think it's a 30-yard dumpster. Been going with that back barn, getting rid of a bunch of wood, just some junk we don't need, don't work, and it's just been back there for years. So been doing that. I think we started yesterday, and I about got all the wood out of there. And believe it or not, it's almost getting pretty full. So we got a few more things we need to throw away, but I think once we get it clear, I'll have room for the Camaro to kind of pull in there and back in and be out of direct line of the International. That way we can bring it back and forth as we need. If y'all have been around a while, I'm gonna upload a little video here. Y'all should know it, see a difference in what it was like to what it is now. I'll go ahead and put that video right here. All right, guys. That's what we've been doing past couple of days. So we got a big dumpster over there. Been cleaning the barn out. Kind of want to make it look nicer. And two, I can put my Camaro in there a lot more easier. But there's a Camaro And it's really dirty, and I'll show you the inside right quick. Whew. Okay, so we got some mold growing, so you're gonna need to come here and clean that up. Give this thing a bath before too long. But here's what I've been doing most of yesterday and today, Saturday and Sunday. As you can see, all the wood's gone pretty much. So we're a little bit over there, and then I'm gonna put my car parts on this side since it's, well, I say kind of protected. I'm missing a piece of the roof there. I don't know. I may move those back there and make a better spot for them with some pallets back there. But got a lot done out here. Kids are playing with this nasty dirt, but it'll be nice here before too long, hopefully. Most of that stuff in the back's gonna go, and of course keep the half top. And plan on bringing the Camaro in through here and turning it up in between these and backing it back where those doors are. Be a good spot for it. My little tractor can go right here. The International is probably just going to stay where it is since I can't move it. It has no steering. But one day we'll pull this back out. I like to get the fenders back on it and the grill and everything so it looks like a truck. I'm not going to be putting a big monstrous engine in it, so I think we can kind of tidy up the front, get it all bolted together, and really make it look like what it's supposed to look like, and I don't worry about the fenders and stuff getting messed up too much. So there's all my stuff. Oh, it looks wet back there. That might be the best spot for it, actually. Should have gave that guy that bumper when I sold the truck. Oh well. And that's about it that we did out here. I'm gonna take you to the dumpster so you can kind of see what we got rid of. Yeah, I probably moved my stuff back. Probably just put all my tools and stuff there, like the weed whacker and the mower. Probably put on that and keep my parts in the back there where they're at. They seem to be pretty safe. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all those tires. Anyways, let's go to the dumpster and I'll show you what we did. Alright, this is a 30-yard dumpster. Pretty big. And we almost got it all the way full. Now we're gonna put the old kids' old swing set in it, and a few other things are gonna go in here. But felt good just cleaning that barn out and get rid of a bunch of stuff. So hopefully, I think we have enough room to put the rest of what we want to get rid of in here. All the scrap metal, keeping it, I don't know if you can see over here. I want to do something with it, like pick it up and sell it, because I could use that money for the Bronco. You can see there's a little pile there. There's not much in this one other than boards I wanted to keep. There's that 6.2 liter. I need to figure out what to do with it. But there's some metal in here that we need to get rid of. But all that tin I was going to use to fix that second barn up, which I still could do that. And I'm thinking this barn may be the one that's going to be coming down. As you can see, we lost support back here and one right there. And that back is not really hanging on by much. So I really don't want to park anything back here unless I absolutely have to. But anyways, that's what we done this weekend. Clean that barn out and just kind of getting everything looking better. Hopefully we'll have room for the Camaro to sit in there properly, and that way we can move the International back and forth if we need to and not have to worry about moving the Camaro out of the way. Anyways, let's go back in and get on the Bronco. As you can see, a lot of wood's gone, and there's a bunch of junk. I'm going to clean out the other side where I thought I was going to put the car parts, and probably won't put them over there because I forgot that big hole in the roof right there, and when it rains it hits that area pretty good. So we'll probably connect some of them pallets with some of that plywood that's still left, and stick them kind of where they are now, and fix that hole behind there on the back side where the parts are. That way no water can get in that way, and they should be relatively safe back there. But I would like to either pull the International out far enough that we'll have plenty of light and we can attach the inner fender core support, which has the grill on it, and then we can attach the two fenders on and put the hood on it, so it actually kind of looks like a truck. Like I said previous, I'm not going to put no big engine in. It's going to be that straight 6 over there. You can tell it has an orange hose on it. We're going to put that back on it, or back in it. So thinking it shouldn't be that hard, just because that hood comes completely off. It doesn't hinge. I think one side you can pop it and tilt it up, or you can put it down, pop the other side, tilt the other side up, or you can just pop them both and take the hood off. So shouldn't be that hard stabbing that, I hope. But that might be something in the near future that we do. That way we just get those parts back together on the truck, and that way don't lose them is a big thing, and I don't want anything to happen to them, because I don't know how hard those parts are to get. It's not like a Ford of that year or a Chevrolet of that year, which they make magazines. You can just basically build a truck for a magazine if you wanted to. But anyways, kind of long-winded, but we're gonna get that looking nice. That way, if anything ever happens, like if we happen to sell the property and move or anything, it won't be that big of an issue to get stuff out that we want and stuff like that. But anyways, let's get over there and we'll start prepping the parts, throw a little paint down, and we need to weld. We may do a little bit of welding first. I don't think it's very smart to weld while there's kind of paint fumes in there. Seems like a bad idea. So we'll weld first and paint afterwards. I'm going to try to weld that little section up. Then we'll come back and start prepping more parts, and hopefully, like I said, get the door pillar on, outer rocker back on where they were, and they'll fit the door, and hopefully everything will line up and we can just start welding next time, plugging everything up and getting this side done, and then we'll flip it and do the pasture side. Enough talking. Let's go there and get to painting. I think we got that pretty good. We're gonna start prepping the inner rocker, getting some paint laid in there, and we'll do the A-pillars as well. Hopefully that'll dry quick. It's not too bad out here right now, but get some painting, We let that dry for a minute, and then we can come back and mock everything back up one last time. I'm gonna try to find my hole punch because I know this outer rocker needs to be punched on the bottom. Or I may punch this. I'll punch this flange here because I don't want necessarily see it when you're looking at the outer rocker. So we'll punch this bottom piece. We also keep on forgetting need to cut this back just a hair, and hopefully everything will be good. So let's get some paint. We'll put on the outer rocker and the pillars. All right, we got the tape down on where the paint don't need to go. Basically anywhere that's buttoned up to another surface that's to be welded. So I'm gonna go get some spray paint and we'll put a couple coats in here. That all stays down. Put a couple coats just to make sure. Hopefully that no rust will come back. Then we'll start prepping the outer rocker inside of it. And basically doing the same thing, except for that one I think we're going to tape first the surfaces. Go ahead and spray the inside with the rust preventative, and then take the tape off. And I don't care, just overspray on the black underneath there, it's fine. And get that painted up. Then we'll punch holes in it and punch some more holes in here. I think in this side. And on this flange there, and we'll get put it back up there and get everything fit. So let's get some paint down, and hopefully we can fit some stuff tonight. Depends on how long it takes for this paint to dry. All right, we got these painted. They may take a little bit for them to dry. Meantime, we'll get the outer rocker scuff, or try to clean some of the rust out of it and get it kind of cleaned up. And we'll go ahead and paint it. And we'll see how far this dries, I guess. I'd like to see it dried all the way before I put it together, but instead of play it by ear, hopefully we get more than just painting done again tonight, but I don't want to rush it, so we'll just have to see what happens. I'm going to put these off to the side. We'll get the outer rocker and start working on it. The outer rocker don't look too bad on the inside, so we'll probably just paint. We're going to paint over that sticker. I really don't want to try to scrape it out. So you're going to tape off this part here, this part here, clean it out real good. Then we'll again spray that rust preventative up in here, and thought about doing maybe self-etching primer, but I think we'll do the rust preventative, and then we'll come back, take the tape off, and put some weld through primer on there, some of that zinc stuff. So let's get this cleaned out right quick, and then we can fumes. Then we can shoot it right quick, and then we'll see how far that comes before I have to go in, which is going to be here pretty soon. So let's get some paint in here, and hopefully we can spray this in here. All right, now that we got the outer rocker prepped, well, not quite yet. So I'm gonna take tape off, spray some Weld primer. I think I'm gonna do a little bit prepping on the actual body. Let me lift y'all up and I'll kind of show you what I want to do. All right, I kind of forgot about getting this ready for paint, and I was wanting to put tape here again, and spray some paint in here, get a kind of extra protection. And I was gonna do that along this too. So I think we'll go ahead and kind of clean this off a little bit. I don't think, shouldn't be any holes. We got that welded up finally. And we need to nip this right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this even with this inner rocker, and then we can go ahead and clean this off and spray some. I'm using the self-etching primer. I'm getting low on the rust preventative, but I use a self-etching primer on the outer rocker just for the reason that it's smooth metal, and I thought that would adhere better. So we'll go ahead and prep this, and this back here, and we'll spray some paint and go ahead and cut this off right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. I'm gonna leave that like that, and we'll put some self-etching primer, and then I'm probably gonna call it a day again. I decided to do a different route with the this. I don't know how the self-etching primer would react to the zinc. I'm not sure how that does either, but it seems to be working all right on the pillars, so let's go ahead and roll with it. It's probably what we're gonna get done tonight. Everything's wet, so next time we'll peel the tape off and spray some Weld primer along the edges, and just peel that tape off that one because that's done. And do the same with the outer rocker, and then that should be ready to be fit up, hopefully. Like I said, we'll punch some holes in this next time, and one of the, or both this pillar, the front and back, we'll punch some holes in it and get them fitted up. That way, hopefully next time we can start welding. At least get a few tacks in, enough to maybe take some tech screws out. Well, I guess that'll do it for me this week. Got some painting done, a little bit of prep. I think we're ready, once it dries, to start attaching everything to the back of the body, get all of our make sure our door fitment's right again. Once we get that, then we can start welding up. Let me just get you a little closer to show you what we did today. We got the outer rocker painted. Everywhere I could see metal, I tried to put some paint on it. Don't know why it's not like Kermit now. And we got the pillars. They're still wet. And then we got the inner rocker and the kick panel. next time we'll, like I said, we'll pull the tape off all this and this, and we'll just spray the edge with a weld through primer and outer rocker here with a weld through primer, and hopefully that will be good enough to prevent rust. I guess we'll see. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I know kind of boring video, but we had to get something in there to help keep the rust from coming back. So I know it likes to get up in the inner rocker, or in the outer rockers, and kind of set, and so hopefully that self-etching primer will be kind of protective. But once it's on there, it's on there. So I just want to get it kind of sprayed down real good before we attach it back on there. But anyways, next time, like I said, hopefully we'll be welding. We'll definitely be fitting everything up, getting our gaps back, putting the door on, fender, make sure everything lines up, and then if nothing happens, we're gonna start putting the first welds on the driver's side, getting that all together. Super excited. Been a long time since I've ordered these parts, and actually gonna put them on the Bronco. It's kind of a big deal for me right now. Probably not for y'all guys. You've probably done it a million times, but for somebody that don't know what they're doing, getting it this far has really been a challenge. But I can kind of start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's way down there, but at least I can see it. But thank y'all for sticking around. I got 643 right now subscribers. It does mean a lot that y'all are hanging in there with me, and it means a lot that I get, you know, new people. I can provide a different perspective on things. So like I said before, if you have any comments or suggestions, please just let me know. I look at everything. I try to respond to everybody. But yeah, just thank you for going on this journey with me. We'll hopefully get this side welded up next video. If not, surely the next one. And then start on that passenger side, which I'm kind of dreading. But we'll get it welded up, and may take some shims out and see what happens. If stuff starts buckling or popping, then we won't. But I figure that's what's going to happen. But anyways, we'll deal with that when it gets there. But again, thank you for hanging out with me and painting the Bronco. Hope you have a good week. If you like this kind of stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does really help the channel out a lot. And I'll see y'all next week.